Good afternoon. I did try this a little earlier, but my 7-year-old and I ended up having an argument about whether he could open an Amazon delivery or not. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going. I'm gone. I give up. I quit. And I'm back. They're off school. They're a little bit poorly. He's fine. He's just so sick in the night. I don't want to send him to school with a bug. But I did want to come and give you this value today because I do think, well, I know for a fact that it's a question that I get asked all of the time. So I know that when questions come up more than once, then I'm going to address them here on my Emma Cooper Online side of my business, because I know that this is where the people are hanging out who are trying to build their businesses online. Now, I'm talking about stories. So I was putting a presentation together. I launched my Impact Academy, which is a private membership group. It's a private membership group that I've got my founders member offer on at the moment. You're more than welcome. I wish, first of all, I was just alone, never mind being mum today. It's a tough day today, can't lie. It's lack of sleep. You can cope with anything, right, mums, if you just get a bit of sleep. But, you know, it's tough. Anyway, I digress. So I was putting together a training because we launched the Impact Academy this week. There is a founder member offer. There's a link in the description if you want to go and have a nosy. But it's a private community where I will be nurturing you, inspiring you, and coaching you in a group setting. We have weekly Zoom calls together. We have a weekly training. We have something social media based normally because that's where everyone's building. But generically, it will be sales, marketing, building your business online, selling more, growing a bigger following, and figuring it all out, right? And I will be reactive as well. So whatever you're wanting to learn more about, I will be delivering those trainings. I've spent over 100,000 myself in the last few years on training and coaching. And so I have a lot to give back. And this was one way that I thought, you know what, this is a great place where I can do it, surround myself with some awesome humans, and we can all grow together, which will be really cool. So you can check out the offer. It's on Emma Cooper Online under Work With Me, or the link is in the description. I was putting together an in-depth training for them around selling more online, but specifically using stories. And I get this question all of the time. Emma, I've been posting more on my social media and on my stories, and I'm just not getting increasing engagement. Or I'm getting some people saying, Emma, I'm posting more, I'm doing the consistency part, but I'm getting less engagement. And it's frustrating, and I get it. And the algorithms, that horrible word, I know can be difficult to understand. But within stories, it can be quite simple. Sometimes Instagram can mess us up, especially if you're doing a campaign, you're really busy, you're busy across a lot of socials. For some reason, you can be kind of penalized for it. In that case, it's a simple thing. Take a little bit of a break. You don't do this often because, again, it'll pick up on your activities, but just take a little bit of a break. If you massively see your viewers drop and there's no reason for it, so you've still been consistent, you've been posting regularly, you're giving value, you're posting to your feed and you're posting to stories. If there's no reason for it, take a little bit of a break. 24, 36 hours should be it. And then you'll see your views start to rise again. If not, and they're not rising, then it's another reason. Let's talk about just Instagram for a second before I go into stories of what your newsfeed, your grid is for. So your grid is to attract new. Hi. Your grid is to attract new. Okay. You still have to post consistently on there as a rule. I know a couple of people that I follow and friends with who, you know, they grow constantly, yet they might do one post on their grid a month, but they're always in their stories, but that's their thing. And so it can make a difference. It's not an exact science, but it is generically for most people like you and me. You use your grid to attract new, and then you let them get to know, like, and trust you in your stories. So know, like, and trust, that's really important when it comes to anything sales. You and I know how we buy, so we know how our following will buy. So they've got to know, like, and trust us. So we've got to show them the real us, I think, and let them get to know you a little bit more. And that you do through your stories. But people are failing in stories because they're not understanding that Instagram is looking for you putting out good content. And if you put out good content, they're going to make sure more people see you. So what can we do to increase our engagement? Because if your engagement's gone down, or you're posting more and you're getting less back, then there's a reason. It's normally because of engagement. Now, you won't be able to see this from there, but you can see that when I'm posting a story and I post the little face thing, a lot of stickers come up. These are really important for your stories. And if I'm looking through somebody's stories and I see like 8 stories, I'm like, yeah, good amount for a day, comfortable number for me to watch. But when I look, there's 0 engagement. That's not good. So if you're sat there now like, yeah, I've been posting consistently, but no, I'm getting less views, you're not engaging enough. So how can we engage more? Well, we can do polls. That's an option. We can do quizzes. We can put this question sticker there and we can answer questions or get them to message us a certain something. I hate, and I must be honest, it really bugs the life out of me when people try and do different tricks to increase their story views, like writing smaller. Literally, I know that people are doing this and it really knocks me off. And so I just swipe to the next stories, no matter how much I want to read their stories. So I'm like, my eyesight is fine. What about people whose eyesight isn't fine? That must be really annoying for you. But it's just frustrating to know, like, I know this is a tactic and it's just annoying. You want to do the opposite of that, actually. You want to make your stories so easy for people to get your message. So I would actually tell you to do the opposite of that. It's like, make it as easy as you can for your following. By the way, if you're getting any value from this, pop us a little share, comment, let me know, like, oh, I didn't know that. I want to know what you guys know, what you guys don't know, and what you need more of, so I can help you. So the quizzes, the question stickers, the poll, the swipe thing, you know, with the love heart, asking someone to DM you, whatever, you can do those things, and that is increasing your engagement. Maybe it is that you don't use captions on your stories. Again, think about making it really easy for the people who are watching. Think about what you like to do. You probably lie in bed in the morning or at night. Maybe you've got kids, maybe you don't want to make a noise, and you're trying to watch people's stories and they're talking to camera and you're like, oh, annoying. Because it's annoying because you can't hear what they're saying and it's not appropriate for you to listen. So I would recommend that you always use captions every single time. Now, you might not have the captions option. If you don't, there are apps that you can use. 3 apps that I can recommend: Threads, as in Threads. InShot do it as well. And then there's Mix Captions. Those are 3 apps that you can use that will put captions on your stories, and then you can upload them to your stories. But it really is about making it as easy as possible for the people who are looking at your stories. So polls, quizzes, question stickers. No point putting hashtags on. Literally, hashtags don't work. They don't make any difference to your engagement whatsoever. If you want to make people aware you're using a hashtag and you're going to be using it in your static posts, maybe that's cool. But it doesn't have any effect. Just like location on your stories, I don't even know if they let you do that anymore. Maybe they do. But it has no effect on your story views or anything like that at all. So just some little nuggets for you about growing stories. If you're in the Impact Academy already, make sure you go to events. Check out all of the trainings that I've got coming up for you, because there's loads and I'm excited. And you're going to become absolute pros at this and watch your engagement rocket. I will see you guys next week a lot. I'm away this weekend in Christmas Lodge with my family. Hopefully, with the bug that's going on in my family, it won't be carnage. But I'll be back next week. I've got a lot to share with you guys, a lot. So keep your eye on the events in this page or in all pages. If you're on YouTube, you can check out Emma Cooper Online on Facebook and Instagram, and emmacooperonline.com. The website is actually under construction, but the work with me part works already. So it'll be cool to hang out with you guys next week. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Go grow your stories.